Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. Today we are going deep into crypto. I'm looking specifically at
Great.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Some interesting news out of Turkey. Some
Right.
big moves by some major players.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For
The
sure.
BlackRock and MicroStrategy.
Yep. Those are some big names for sure.
So I want to kind of kick things off in Turkey. And
Sure.
they're introducing some new crypto regulations.
Yeah.
And the thing that really caught my eye was that they're going to require crypto platforms to collect user identification for any transactions over 15,000 Turkish lira,
Okay.
which is about $425
Gotcha.
US dollars. And this is going to start February 2025.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? I mean,
Well, I think it's really interesting, because it's not happening like in a vacuum,
Right.
Like Turkey's facing some pretty unique economic pressures right now.
For sure.
And this move could be a way for them to really like tighten their control over all like financial flows.
Right.
Especially when it comes to crypto.
Yeah.
And also like, we've kind of been seeing this global trend, right? With all these different AML regulations.
Yeah.
Anti-money laundering regulations are popping up all over the place, like in Europe and other different regions.
Yeah. And so for our listener, somebody who's like into crypto and following this bit, like,
Sure.
what could this mean for what does this mean for
Yeah, it's a good question.
Turkish crypto exchanges?
Well, I mean, they're going to have to deal with all these new regulations.
Sure.
Right. It could make things a lot more expensive for them.
Yeah.
Could slow down transactions.
For sure.
It's going to be interesting to see how they adapt.
Yeah. Do you think it'll deter people from using crypto in Turkey, or will it just...
Yeah, like will it deter people who really value their privacy? Right. Like, are they going to be pushed towards more decentralized exchanges that are kind of outside of these regulations?
Right. It's like such a balancing act.
Totally.
It's like, how do you prevent the illicit activities, but also like foster innovation and like keep crypto accessible?
Exactly. It's a tough one.
And especially in a country like Turkey, which has such a growing crypto community, but also has a government that's been cautious about crypto.
For sure, for sure.
All right, so let's switch gears a little bit to market activity.
Okay.
We saw some pretty interesting stuff happening around Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF,
right?
IBIT, had a record outflow of like $188.7 million on December 24th.
Wow, that's a lot of money, especially like right before the holidays.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So that seems like some investors are maybe getting a little spooked.
Yeah, maybe taking some profits before the new year. But then at the same time, like what I thought was really interesting is that Bitwise Bitcoin ETF.
Oh.
So BITB actually had an inflow of like 8.5 million.
Oh, wow. So it's like
opposite.
Totally different investor behavior, right?
Yeah. So what do you think is going on? Like, what do you think that?
Well, I think it just shows you that, even within like Bitcoin ETFs, investor sentiment can be all over the place.
Right.
So like, how are people viewing Bitcoin, especially right now during the holidays, when traditional markets are also, everything's volatile.
Volatile, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think some people still see it as like a safe haven asset.
Oh, interesting.
Even though things are uncertain, they're like, okay, well, I'm going to look for something that's not really connected to the traditional markets.
Right.
But it also just highlights how risky crypto can be.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right. It's volatile, and those big swings can be really scary, even for like experienced investors.
Okay, so speaking of big swings and bold moves,
we
got to talk about MicroStrategy.
Oh, yeah. What are they up to?
They are calling a meeting to increase their authorized share count, which basically means they're probably trying to raise more capital.
Oh, so they can buy more Bitcoin?
Yeah. So if we look at like their whole strategy, it's pretty obvious that they're going all in on Bitcoin.
Yeah, they're not messing around.
They are not messing around. And they already have a ton.
Yeah.
They have over 444,000 Bitcoins.
Jeez.
As of December 22nd. Yeah. And that's like $43.5 billion.
That is a crazy amount.
It's wild.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, is this smart or is this crazy or...
Well, I mean, it's definitely risky, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a huge gamble.
Yeah.
On the one hand, if Bitcoin keeps going up,
yeah, they're going to be beat.
They're going to make a killing.
Rich.
But if it tanks,
right,
they're going to lose a lot.
So to wrap things up for our listener, we saw Turkey taking steps to regulate crypto more.
Right.
Which could affect how easy it is to use crypto there.
Makes sense.
We also saw like how investors are feeling about Bitcoin is all over the place.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag.
Especially with those ETFs.
For sure.
And then there's MicroStrategy who's like
just going for it.
Betting it all.
Yeah.
On Bitcoin.
It's definitely a wild time in the crypto world.
Yeah.
Lots of changes happening.
So as you like continue to learn about crypto and figure out what you're doing.
Yeah.
Think about like how could these things we talked about affect the future of crypto?
Right.
And what does it mean for you as an investor?
Yeah. It's a good thing to think about.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and we'll
this was fun.
Catch you next time.
See ya. Bye. Bye.